Welcome, my fellow questers, to Metaverse Adventures. My name's Immersive Matthew, and today is February 13th. In this video, we're going to be exploring how well the Oculus Quest is doing in terms of sales. Now, we don't have any specific hard numbers here, but we are going to share some interesting stats around how it compares to other HMDs in terms of the interest in the market in general, and we're going to look at some sales clues as to how it might be selling. Or, as is the case, maybe not, and not just because of the reasons you might think, but also to some global threats that are going on. So, sit back, grab a drink, and let's get into the Oculus Quest sales report. All right, let's start the show, as I said, by talking about the Quest hype cycle. Now, this is a segment that I've been doing since April of last year, and it's a way for us to measure the interest of the Oculus Quest in the market compared to other head-mounted displays. And so what you'll see here is Google Trends data. And if you're looking for the actual direct link, it's below in the description, so you can go look at all this data yourself. But what Google Trends is a way to take different search terms and compare them against each other to see how many people in the world are searching for them. In our case here, I pulled together the Oculus Quest in blue, the Valve Index in red, the Oculus Rift S in yellow, and PSVR in green. Now, I have compared other devices like the Vive Cosmos and many others. However, they just don't compare. They're not even registering on this graph. They're just like a flat line. They just don't have a lot of interest. We'll talk about them again in future episodes for sure. But right now, these are the four kind of key players in the market that are getting the most attention. So if we go back in time, all the way back to May of 2019, just before the Oculus Quest came out, you can see where things were. Even back then, you can see in the data, the Oculus Quest was the most searched for term compared to the other three devices. Then, on May 21st, when it actually came out for the first time, it went way up. In fact, it went way higher than all the competitive devices, even the Oculus Rift S, which came out in the same day. So you can see that in the data here. It's a significant difference. You know, the Oculus Rift S only really peaked at the same level that PSVR already was. Then, throughout the rest of 2019, we saw it sort of dim down over the summer as expected, but still significantly higher, as you can see here in the data, over the other HMDs. And this is higher than all other HMDs in the market. There was nothing higher than the Quest. And then, of course, naturally, as we approached Black Friday, we saw the very first peak of the Oculus Quest. And wow, did it peak way higher than not only the launch, but every other device there was by heads and shoulders. And then, of course, by Christmas, it peaked even higher yet again. Whereas you can see in the data here that it is, it's not even a comparison. It's so many times higher than the rest of the devices. What's interesting is that since that time, naturally, it's after Christmas, things have settled down, but they've settled down to about twice as high as they were prior to Christmas. So that really indicates that there's a lot of interest in the Quest. And I think both in terms of new Questers who've joined the team, and maybe those who are getting demos at Family Christmas and other events, and getting interest. I know a lot of my friends over the last year who tried my Quest certainly have been eyeing the model and looking for deals or discounts, which I don't see coming anytime soon because, as we'll talk about in our next section, it's just selling way too well for Facebook to really want to discount this thing. So Quest is doing very well. Long and short of it, it is the #1 head-mounted display by heads and shoulders of the competition, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. As we just reviewed the Quest hype cycle, the demand is really off the chart for the Quest. And, it's interesting because, as you probably are aware, especially if you're trying to get yourself a Quest, it's actually been rather hard to get one over the past few weeks. Now, that seems to be, according to Road to VR, they've got an article here that came out on February 6th. It appears to be that demand was very high. That's what Facebook was officially saying. But now they said actually that because of the coronavirus, and the reason why I wore this at the beginning of my show, and you might want to get yourself one of these 3M N95 masks to protect yourself, But just this virus alone is causing a lot of havoc in China. And of course, the Oculus Quest is made in China. And because of that, they've had to shut down a lot of the manufacturing there. And of course, the Quest is no different. So that means that right now, not only is demand very high, but now supply has pretty much gone to zero. So if you've got yourself an Oculus Quest, congratulations. If you don't have an Oculus Quest, well, there are a couple options it looks like, but you're unfortunately going to be paying a little bit more money. Let's start off by talking about the Amazon Top 100 report. And as you've been following my show for the last year, I've been touching on this particular site quite a bit as a way to kind of look at our Quest hype cycle, the Google Trends, what people are actually searching versus are they actually buying. And the Top 100 has always been a really good indicator if people are actually buying the Quest. And what we've seen pretty consistently is that it's either in the Top 100, usually in the 20s to 30s, 40s in that zone, or it's not in the top 100 because it's literally sold out. And we saw that throughout last year, and we saw that over Christmas as well. And again, we're seeing it here today. But what's interesting is that the 64 gigabyte model is actually in the 91st position. I'm really surprised to see this, especially when you go and click on it and go to make a purchase. You'll quickly discover that you're not paying $399 for the 64 gigabyte model. No, you're gonna be paying $570 at a minimum, and not even from Amazon, but from Amazon's partners. Some of them pretty sketchy, like Espresso Bean Company. I don't understand what that is, but that's where it's at today. The 128 gigabyte model, which is not on the top 100, is actually selling for a minimum of $690 on Amazon. So you're gonna be paying a lot of money to get these. And based on what I've seen in the past, I wouldn't hold your breath on getting it on the dates that they say. Now, if you bought from Amazon recently and you've got it or haven't got it, we'd love to hear from you in the comments. But I would not hold your breath. Now, if we go over to the Oculus.com website, well, they're flat out not selling it at all right now. They were taking back orders for a while, but given that manufacturing has now stopped in China, they no longer want to have a back order. It's just going to be way too out of control. So, no chance of getting it from Oculus. I did go over to Best Buy, and lo and behold, they've got them apparently, and they're going to ship them in just a matter of days. Just about anywhere in the world, and the prices are retail. Now, I would be a bit cautious here with this one because there's been many of you who commented on this show in the past that buying through Best Buy, you did not get it on the date that was listed. It wasn't a matter of a few days, it was usually weeks or over a month or two. So pretty much what you were seeing on other websites probably is what Best Buy is going to do as well. So I wouldn't hold your breath, but who knows? If you've bought from Best Buy recently and you did get it as quick as these dates are showing, please let us know in the comments, because maybe they've got a big back file, they got a whole warehouse of these things or something, who knows? But if you look at other retailers, Newegg, Walmart, pretty much anyone you can think of who sells the Quest, they're all either saying don't have it or they've got outrageous prices like we've seen on Amazon.com. So if you really want to get it, maybe you can if you pay a little bit more. It's very hard to say. Again, I love to hear you on your experiences, so please leave a comment. And I think it's safe to say that when you look at the Quest hype cycle and you're looking at the actual demand on Amazon, you're seeing that it just seems like the Quest is not only selling well, but extremely well. Now, this unfortunate dip with coronavirus is certainly going to have an impact on the overall sales in the first year. I don't know what it's going to be. I have been doing quite a bit of research on this on my little break from the channel, and my numbers are coming in pretty high. I'm not ready to put a statement out quite yet, but it's a lot higher than what Super Data has been saying. And if you're following that trend, they're saying it's in the hundreds of thousands, and I'm saying it's a lot more than that. But we'll wait, 'cause I have a whole episode coming up dedicated to what the first year of Quest sales might be like. And this coronavirus is going to have a bit of a hit, but hopefully not too much. And I hope it gets resolved sooner or later. And I really hope all those who are impacted by the coronavirus, ideally hope that you're okay, that you're staying well, and that's not impacting your family too much. So be safe, my friends. Get yourself a 3M N95 mask, because who knows where this particular condition is going to go next. Thank you so much for making it this far in the video. I really do appreciate that. You know, it's one of the things about my channel that's rather interesting. The number of people who do watch my videos to the very end as a percentage is actually rather high. It's a bit of an anomaly on YouTube. Most people kind of drop off way forward to 30 to 40% mark, and you all seem to want to watch right to the very end. Even last year when I was making some pretty long 45-minute videos, I was really surprised by that. So thank you. If you're here and you're new to the channel, hey, welcome. I'm glad you're joining us. If you're a long-time subscriber and you've been here a lot, thank you again for coming by and supporting this channel. And thank you to all of you who have been messaging me like crazy over the last 3 months, asking where I am and when am I coming back, and we really need your news format. So thank you so much. Really encouraging. And I gotta tell you, I was really surprised at how many. I mean, it's been like every day, many emails, and it come at me from Facebook and Twitter and on the comment section, over on Reddit as well. Like, you guys really have made a big effort to reach out to me, see how I'm doing, when am I coming back, and that really has given me a lot of encouragement to really come back and put the effort in that you're seeing here today with new screens and new logos and just a little bit more of a crisp production. And this is what I'm trying to do. And obviously this is just the green screen. That's just all it is. If you want, I can even throw the kitchen behind there if you really do miss it. Let me know in the comments. But I'm really looking forward to bringing this to you in this new format, and I'm breaking it up. Obviously, I'm not doing the Oculus Quest Week in Review. I'm doing these little segments. So this one was, of course, the sales report, and then I'm going to do another one early next week around new games that have come out over the last month with all the reviews, etc., to give you a lay of the land there. And then I'll do another one on coming soon attractions. I'll do another one on all the sideload apps, and wow, I cannot wait to do that episode because there's so many cool sideload apps that you got to try out. Don't want to put on your radar. Then we'll do our community updates. Maybe we'll do one on new titles that aren't games. We'll do another one perhaps on, when things like the OS updates, like just right now we're in OS 13. It's got really cool automatic hand tracking. So neat things to talk about. I'm going to continue to do that. And I'm thinking actually that as I get enough of these pieces together, I might put them all in one super show and put it out there for those of you who prefer the long format. So those of you who want the short bits, you're going to win, and long bits, those of you are going to win as well. So thank you so much. Again, if you want to help my channel out, please go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell icon, because apparently it makes a difference to the YouTube algorithm. And more than anything, if you know a group, or you're in a Facebook group or on Reddit or anywhere your social media or your friends, if you think that they might enjoy this channel, please let them know. Send them a link to the channel, send them a link to this video, and that would really help me out. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the show, and as always, we'll see you in the Metaverse.